We're stepping into the world of landscaping excellence with Premium Mulch Materials, a hub for top-quality mulch and landscaping supplies. From vibrant garden beds to transformative outdoor spaces, they're your go-to source for premium materials that redefine your landscape. In today's episode, owner Chris Sorge lets us explore the roots of Premium Mulch Materials. I'm James Webster, and this is Owners and Operators. Chris, thanks for welcoming us into the business.
Thank you. It's my honor too.
Give us the 30-second who you are and what it is you guys do, and then we'll go into some deeper questions about Premium.
I own Premium Mulch Materials with my two older brothers. My family's in the pallet business. How we got in the mulch business was to get rid of the wood waste from the pallet company.
Okay.
And starting that, we grew and needed to go to outside sources to get our wood to keep up with our demand.
Walk us through what goes behind the scenes with running a mulch business. You have, if you're taking in product, if you're taking in logs, you got to grind that stuff down to a fine mulch. You're coloring it. Talk us through about what goes on and what we also saw when we were there filming.
So basically, what we do is landscapers. I deal with a lot of landscapers, nurseries, mason yards, a ton of tree guys that I deal with. So when they come in, they'll bring me full logs. Now, it kind of works hand in hand, Premium Mulch and Pallets Are Us, because my brothers at Pallets Are Us, any log that's over 4 feet and straight goes to my brothers to be milled for lumber.
Oh, they have a whole sawmill.
They have a full sawmill. So I'm charging the tree guys a dumping fee.
Yep.
I then separate the logs. Anything over 4 foot gets loaded on a truck to go to my brothers to be cut. The scraps of that wood then come back to me for the mulch. So we're 100% recycling on everything that we pretty much do.
The coloring process. So you guys do what colors there?
Okay, we do black, chocolate, and a vivid red.
Got it. Natural?
And natural, and 100% organic, which is no dyes, nothing. So
Talk us about the coloring process. What do you guys have to do to get that accomplished?
So we take the full wood form. We do it in 2 grinds. There's a primary grind to size the wood down, and there's a secondary grind. So on that secondary grind, you have different screen sizes. So I like to mix up my screen sizes to give the wood a different cut to change it up. Once we regrind that is ready to go into a colorizer. The colorizer, we load it, it's a trommel drum, which spins in a circle like that with ink that has piping throughout that drum that shoots the ink, and it mixes it around, and that's how you get full coverage.
Goes into this.
Yeah, into a hopper. Goes into a hopper, and it's got an in-feed conveyor that feeds it into the drum. That's a solid drum, and it mixes it, and it comes out.
Back out on conveyor.
Back out on a conveyor, a different color.
Wow, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
What other equipment do you have?
I have 6 excavators, all Caterpillar. 7 payloaders. I have a bulldozer. I have 3 grinders, all horizontal grinders that grind the wood. 4 trommels, 2 for topsoil, 1 for compost, 1 for coloring. And I also have a flat deck screener which separates sand, rock, different size rock.
So who services the equipment? That's got to be breaking down.
Yes.
And you got to be dealing with that stuff all the time.
I have a full-time mechanic on site at all times. He has his own service truck with a welder. It's got he's got a winch on it. He's got the crane that picks up, because things constantly are always breaking, need to be modified, need to be welded, because you're putting you're hard on the equipment.
So you make this product. Who do you sell it to?
So I deal with a lot of nurseries throughout Long Island. I deal with a couple people up in Westchester. Deal with landscapers. That's a big base of my company. They come in, cash and carry. Wholesale. I deal a lot of wholesale because we move over 100,000 yards of mulch a year.
Where do you get your clients from? Are they just word of mouth? Or?
I never advertised, believe it or not. I would go solicit people, and customers would call me through referrals on people, and I think that's the highest compliment I could always get is a referral.
Sure, that makes sense. Your staff, how do you get people to work for you? And
the crew that I have right now, I have 2 new guys that I hired 2 years ago. The rest of the guys have been with me about 12, 13 years already. So, having guys operate machinery it's important. A lot of people want to come work for you, but you're dealing with equipment that's $500,000 plus. You need to learn, you need to know how to operate it, and I need experienced guys. Unfortunately, because my flow in the yard is so constant that we got to get the trucks in, out, and off to the next one.
What's your biggest challenge today with the business?
Yeah, challenge it can be with parts availability. Fluctuating fuel prices. So you try to gate colorant, goes up because that's like stock market kind of thing. So, sure. Your customers want quotes early in the year. You can't really give them a quote because you don't know what the pricing is going to be, and then you got to put the pen to the pad to see what your final number is. And there's other, my competition out there is always looking to cut you by the throat, and you got to just stay consistent and service and keep that customer happy.
Has your vision from what you guys first started, where you guys first started the business and what you thought about where it would go to where it is now, has it changed?
It's constantly changing. Mm-hmm. I can't stay stale. Business changes, new equipment comes up, different processes. We're starting to use more conveyor systems instead of the machines running overtime. So we're using more modern ways to move material without spending a crazy amount of money.
Sure. What motivates you?
My kids, my family. Every day I got to say I love coming to work. I love what I do. Some days, better than others.
Sure.
But I'm in my element when there's action.
What's next for the business? Do you have any vision for where you would like to take it, or are you guys kind of where you'd like to keep it going here, or?
Well, we're going to be moving out of that facility because we bought a new piece of property. We bought a 22-acre lot, but I'm looking to go after like town accounts, big money accounts, contracts, as well as the landscapers and the nurseries. But I will look to, go to the towns, look to bid on that work. Sure.
Okay. Thanks for joining us today at Premium Mulch Materials. We hope you've enjoyed this episode and look forward to bringing you inside more interesting businesses like this one. So be sure to punch that subscribe button and follow so you don't miss out. If you're interested in having owners and operators showcase your business, please comment below, and we will be in touch.